Alexandra Merkulova, urban planner at SVP Architecture and Stedenbouw, the Netherlands, was born in Krasnoyars and lived there half of her life. The other half has been divided over 3 cities: Moscow, Stockholm, and predominantly Utrecht. After simultaneously obtaining 2 master degrees in Marhi and in KTH, moved from Sweden to the Netherlands, where she has been living for the last 10 years. Alexandra designs new residential and mixed-use districts, turns factories into livable environments, and makes sure design process doesn't lack the insights of residents and stakeholders. Her favorite activity is thinking of crazy ideas and making them work.
Good evening. My name is Alexandra Merkulova and I'm an urban designer at the Dutch design bureau SVP Architecture and Stedenbouw. And tonight I'm going to talk about the global challenges from our professional point of view, so the urban survival. And the main challenge is to become friends to our planet in order to make sure we are allowed to stay here a bit longer. Probably some of you heard the quote that believed to be of Jonas Salk. If all insects were to disappear from the earth, within 50 years all life on the earth would end. If all human beings disappear, all forms of life would flourish. But let's go a bit more specific on that. As rapid as now, we have never developed. Just 20,000 years ago, 400,000 people inhabited the planet. 10,000 years ago, Neolithic revolution started that shifted people towards engineered future. As the response to global warming climate from the last ice age, we started to build urban structures and fixed agricultural structures. It gave rise to advanced civilization. Modern science brought much deeper understanding of a physical environment, enabling new level of engineering of natural environments. It provoked industrial revolution and as a result greatly expanded the urban centers. Global economy of services and technologies emerged. The city population growth exponentially. Before 1800, less than 10% of all people lived in cities. In 100 years, it doubled and reached 20% by the beginning of 20th century. Another 50 years resulted in another 10% growth. Today, 50% live in cities, and the prediction is that by 2050, up to 60% of world population will live in the city life. Right now, cities welcome around 1 million new inhabitants each week. And in just 40-50 years, that will become 2.5 billion people in total. So cities with its global social and economical networks, a variety of services attract people. The uncontrolled urban growth brings along some problems like social and environmental transformations, slums, inequality, health and education issues, poverty, noise and air pollution, consumption of non-renewable resources, waste management issues. Basically, we created for ourselves 2 problems that reinforce each other: the rapid urban growth and accelerated climate changes. And we shouldn't underestimate the second one. There are serious concerns that just over 100 years, some developed countries will go under the water. And the climate change in Africa and Middle East will generate massive streams of climate migrants. It sounds like a doomsday scenario, but our grandchildren can face huge lack of food supply, epidemic, global wars, economic collapse, poisoned water and air. So what shall we do to change the future. We will catch the train and turn the problem of global warming in our advantage. What can we do already now, today, to anticipate upcoming issues and turn challenges into opportunities? Well, we should clearly reinvent the city, rethink the meanings, and create a different way of living for our own good. The Netherlands, a country where I live and work, is one of the first on the list to go under the water. Here we experience the climate change in everyday life, and here people are getting more and more aware about the changes that should and will happen. Maybe that's the reason why the government, citizens, municipality, professionals, scientists, artists do the first steps to the resilient and sustainable cities. That's what we do. At first, of course, we try to diminish the CO2 emissions. There are many ways to do that, but we see cities as ecosystems where environment, social and economical factors go hand in hand. So if you consider a level of comfort of city, then controlling the transport behavior is the most efficient. Growing population means densification, which means more people need affordable and efficient way of getting around. In the 20th century, cars were a preferred mean of transport. If car use doesn't react on urban changes, the city gets stuck in traffic. The quality of public space will suffer, pedestrian routing will be disturbed. Altogether, it's socially, environmentally, and physically not healthy. In the 21st century, the focus shifted to electric public transport. It has its advantages not only from environmental point of view. We get a better understanding of city, more social, eye-to-eye contact. It is safe and more healthy. People are stimulated to move more. Environmental health is economical health of the city. So taking care of a living environment is rather an investment than a cost. Secondly, we make friends with the nature and design nature-inclusive cities. We are part of nature, and it would be silly to neglect it. We are not struggling against heat stress or flooding. We include it into our systems and let it shape the cityscape. Bats are our good friends, and we even build hotels for them, making sure that they are not leaving the cities. The bees, by the way, too. We give out valuable parking lots in residential districts to mini forests. In the end, driving car is so last century. We try to create a new agriculture, and this is the third step. On one hand, more people mean bigger demand of supplies, and on the other hand, with changing climate and lack of space, it is getting more difficult to produce a needed amount of food. We need high-tech solutions and eating behavior corrections to make cities self-sufficient in food production. Recent years, urban farming is getting more and more popular here, and we have an ambition to turn hobby into new form of agriculture and fortify the urban-rural cooperation. And of course, we think in long terms. We dream about cities of tomorrow, try to imagine what they are like and shape the future. But we also understand that a city is not only a result of strategies that you think of. It's not only the decisions made by politicians. The quality of city life indicates how successful the marriage between public and private sectors is. City authorities learn from business and apply the knowledge in asset and urban management. Making a sustainable city is a complex process that involves numerous stakeholders, starting from business institutions and going all the way to inhabitants. Making a sustainable city is above all making a socially healthy city, and without each other we won't survive.